All right.
I was gonna say, whose turn is it to pick?
Yours.
And
What are we talking about today?
Okay, Cherry, what is it?
Using food for sex.
Using food.
Oh.
Oh.
So during the course of intercourse.
Mm.
Food course, how many courses?
It's food porn.
Using food for sex, I suppose that's one way to interpret this, sure.
Have you? Either of you?
No, I haven't gone to that point where I want to do that. But I suppose if it was sat on a plate that's on you, I could eat it.
Yeah, I think probably it stems from this thing like if you find something cute and sexy, you're like, I could eat it.
Is that what it is?
I don't know, I'm just
So
making it up.
instead you satiate that sort of urge by lobbing off a piece of...
No, I've also been thinking about this recently. Like, the moment people see really cute kids, they're like, oh, I could eat that. Yeah.
I eat kids all the time. I mind eat kids all the time.
Yeah. And that's why they're like, oh, you're a little cupcake, you're a munchkin, whatever, I'm going to eat you up and all of that. Yeah, I think that's where our interest in associating food and sex comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go, like, I had one experience where this person was very instructive. Like, can you get some chocolate? And we use chocolate as part of the whole...
Was it... Okay, here's the thing. A piece of chocolate just sat on a nipple would be fine. Or a navel.
Yeah.
The nipple's joke. Navel better. That's fine, but it's getting melted.
Why not?
And then...
Why not like spread?
Why not is a very good question. And I would say, why not? But...
So random. Yeah.
No, I think getting stuff melted, then it's a lot more work. Now, of course, if you've just showered properly, it's probably fine. But otherwise, colonies of bacteria.
Yeah.
But say like when you just, using, the thing I'm thinking about is like when you put a grape in your mouth to like seduce someone, or like using food that way too, right? That's definitely kissing someone while you have something in your mouth and like all of that that activity.
Have you tried it with what kind of food?
Grapes, actually. Grape.
Big ones. Those would be good.
Big juicy ones. Yeah, but Moja, you were saying that you've actually experienced something like this. So
it was chocolate. It was silk, Cadbury silk, because it melts beautifully. So it was a lot of like...
was there a lot of body painting?
Specific parts. But I don't know if we want to go there. I mean, people are into different kinds of kinks. So this specific one was into chocolate in different parts.
Oh, nice.
So we went for it.
Is the part of it?
No. Not for this person. Maybe it is for some people. I can totally imagine.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, so...
How did it feel? Like, did it feel...
It was... No, it felt really good. I think... Pleasurable. And, this person definitely enjoyed it. So it was a lot of...
Was it them giving you... making you feel good, or so you had the chocolate on you?
I had the chocolate on me. Chocolate was part of me. Yeah.
Nice.
And then there was a lot of like mouth to mouth, like, oh, this can be gross for some people, but just putting it out there, some people really enjoy like sharing, swapping, all of that, and especially chocolate. It's kind of because it melts. There is a lot of there's a lot of like exchange, and it's kind of sexy. I thought I might not enjoy it, but it was fun. This person was kind of like, I think the way they made this like talking in between and instructing me, I think I was really enjoying just going with the flow and all of that. So that was really nice.
Any other food items that you tried?
So I haven't tried any, but one of my when I masturbate, sometimes this image of pouring wine over myself and having the person lick the wine off my breast, that really totally turns me on.
Yeah, and then you'll be probably wearing a white shirt.
No.
Oh, you
naked.
just you're
I'm
naked.
just naked.
Ooh, very Grecian, very pre-tragedy.
Yeah, I think that's why all these flavored condoms are also such a big hit, right? Because there is food
and taste.
and taste.
Although the latex one, like, I just nothing can cover the latex stickiness. Like it's like a balloon.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. I mean, there's a reason why I think most body parts are. Some of the euphemisms are food related. You know, or like food related stuff get, you know, a wink, wink, nudge. Like any popsicle now, ever since people made it about a blowjob, I cannot unsee it. And so every time I see someone licking a popsicle, I'm like, oh my gosh, I bet somebody here is thinking that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
And I was quite sad about it. But it's lodged in my brain now.
Yeah.
So food is, bringing food in. There's probably some fairly, basal kind of urges.
Yeah. Interesting. I kind of remember like this was pretty long back, like watching a lot of food porn, like just what turns people on and all of that. I think
like porn that uses food.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so I know food porn in the day of Instagram has a lot of other meanings.
It means
Pictures of food. So like ice cream and just cream, just using a lot of cream.
That's a thing, right? Yeah.
So you can imagine why it's a hit.
It's also like I guess in porn when you, at least the one I remember I watched where they used a lot of food, it's a lot about also how you use your tongue when you're eating the food. It's like what happens to the body when you're like looking at each other, digest some of that food. Like there's something so sensual about it. I mean, I remember when I was in college I have this habit of when I eat a spoon, like take a spoon of ice cream, put it in my mouth, and I roll the spoon in my mouth so that I can just lick the ice cream off. And I remember doing this in college, and I remember this guy, just looking at me being like, "Pixie, stop doing that. Like this is very sexy." And I was like, "I'm just having ice cream." But like totally oblivious to the fact like what it could mean. But yeah, I think there's a lot of like the tongue movement, the way you use your mouth in while using food in any sexual way is very central.
Yeah, and I think the food industry and like all the ads for chocolates and ice cream and using actresses in a very sexy, sultry poses, all of that I think sort of like alludes to our attraction to associating food and sex probably.
But I think a big part of it, I think, is also that more so than food, it's the way that we form meaning through shapes. So that we know that this shape is that vegetable, and then it's sort of, I think we have a thing for shapes and that kind of
like bananas, right? They're associated with
absolutely, because they also unpeel. Right, and also boobs, or as they say, bubs. Bubs and
or peach.
Vegans. Peach. Oh gosh, peach is so suggestive. It's like, stop. So I mean that's the sort of we're drawing connection between the two and why perhaps we have this thing for bringing food into the sexual life part of our lives. But the bringing of it into actual activity. I can see it's fun, and maybe a part of the reason it's fun is also because it's not the normal thing you would do with food. So anything ab or away from normal is a source for kink.
If we ever wanted to use food in bed, what would you want to use and do with it?
I think like ice creams would be my thing, but just the thing of cleanliness and it being all over my bed.
Let's not think about cleanliness or anything. Just what.
Are we just assuming that we've all gone through a deep disinfection and we're ready to go? Raring to go.
Yes.
I think I would enjoy the idea of sucking things off, like your fingers and toes. That would be something sexy.
Oh yeah.
So anywhere where there's a protrusion. So it could be nipples, abs, fingers, nose.
I think it'll be very messy, but I'd love mangoes.
Oh, how?
How would you like them diced?
Yeah, maybe.
Or to a pulp?
Yeah.
Slice?
Pulp, juicy.
Like you literally bathed in mango?
I have no idea, but just the taste of mango is making me go.
Mango.
Yeah.
So delicious. I love mangoes.
Yeah.
And those are also pulps. Some people call them mangoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Juicy mangoes.
Exactly. It was fermented like Beckham.
And strawberries, I think the other thing.
Oh, strawberries are just that's a to-go thing. I don't know if I've shared this with you guys before about how that moment when I was like serious, so let's call it getting harder, the sex getting harder, like not quite hardcore, but the idea of that in this book, this woman has this man under her thumb, basically, wrapped around her pinky finger, as they say, and turns out that he's sort of her sexual slave, and which is why he does political favors or whatever. And there's a scene where he has to, just to show his submissiveness, like they're playing a game or something, and the chapter sort of ends with this, that, you know, he bends down and like takes the strawberry out of her vagina with his mouth. There's cream, there's strawberry inside the vagina, and then cream all around. So it's like they're totally playing with food. And I just remember being so grossed out by the just contemplating that. Now, of course, I think when you think strawberries, for me, it for the longest time it was that image from that chapter. But you know, I think I've become more like, for example, strawberries is something I can see.
Yeah.
Like anything that's like you can also hold in your hand, so that you can play around with surface as well as your own hands. If it's just like a liquid, I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because then I also don't like being sticky, and I'm so unbelievably, pun unintended, anal about things. So, so I don't know. Fruits, yeah, good. Strawberries for sure.
Yeah, I think Nutella. Yeah, like chocolate, right? And then I remember someone was mentioning about olives, like full olives.
Yeah, that'd be good to throw in some saltiness in there. I mean, we've only been talking about sugary stuff, if you realize.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't want some sriracha going up, you know where.
Yeah.
Unless that's like the next level for someone and they've just done everything else and you just need to notch it up.
Remember this scene in Sex and the City? I don't know whether it's a movie or one of the episodes where Samantha is lying on the table and she's got sushi everywhere, like waiting for her partner to come back. And I was like, that's sushi? Really? On your body? But yeah. Like salty.
As long as you don't have wasabi somewhere, I think you'll be fine.
I'm not sure what was on there, but
yeah, I don't think this counts as. I don't think this counts, but it's just a random thought popped in my head. We use once cigarettes as part of the whole.
Like lit ones?
Lit ones, like using cigarettes as part of the whole act.
Oh, smoke, like
smoke.
Like sort of transferring
exchanging smoke.
Wow.
Yeah. And this person loved a blowjob with smoke in the mouth and all of that.
Ooh, this is very interesting. This is just...
Ooh, wow.
My mind is... Yeah, my mind is on...
Full of such good ideas, Mojo.
It's very hot. It's... Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Yeah.
But sure, I get that.
I know some people don't like the whole cigarette smell in the mouth and all of that, but for me it turns me on.
When they're kissing?
When they're kissing, yeah.
I guess there are some people.
For me, it turns me on. So yeah.
But I like the fresh kind of. They don't that really stale.
Fresh ones. Yeah.
But I will.
I mean, my mind is still like visually looking at that.
The blowjob one.
Yeah,
right?
with the smoke.
It's just like billowing from down under. Just
sexy image.
Yeah.
It is a very sexy image.
Yeah.
When did
you should try it. I have no idea. This person was into it, and I was like, yeah.
Gosh, so much yet to explore.
Let's do this, guys. I mean, let's say, what is a food that will make you uncomfortable, and would you be willing to try it?
I'm thinking about meat. Like, I think a piece of meat would be very uncomfortable.
Is it cooked? Carpaccio?
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking like chicken. I don't know, I would be uncomfortable.
But is it sort of Indian style because it's full of spices? Like the smell doesn't leave you.
No.
What do you mean like a chicken? Just like a rotisserie, like a breast on Your breast.
Chicken on my breast.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
This is a chicken breast. Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. You'd be willing to try.
No.
How about noodles?
Ooh, noodles is okay.
Like, so you like lay down the strings in the pattern that you want them to follow or that they want to follow.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It could be Maggie.
Ooh, hot Maggie.
Yum. No veggies, of course.
No, just
the strings.
Yeah.
Not that they shouldn't be slippery. They should just be sort of dryish so that they stick to you. Then you can lick them off.
Yeah. I like remembering movies, a lot of scenes are also about like people eating off an apple together and things like that, right? I think these images that we've been shown since we were
All these stand-ins for actual sex.
yeah. And I think Indian movies also, like the first night, like they take a whole plate of fruits. What is that for? I mean, of course, you guys know what I'm talking about. The bride kind of brings in with a glass of milk and a plate of fruits.
Meant for sex or?
I hope so.
No, it's for consumption.
Yeah, it's for consumption, but then people could get creative with it is what I'm saying.
But I mean, also the idea of that, the servant sort of role. Servant in the sense that's the person who's doing the serving.
Yeah.
You have the notion of, I don't know if you think of the Roman emperor and all that. You see that classic, the grape, somebody holding the grape for you. So either it's a power play or it's a king play, like whatever. There's somebody serving you food is, maybe that's also that piece of somebody.
Yeah.
Serving is sexy and submission is.
Yeah, definitely.
Things like that.
Yeah.
And I related to that also.
Yeah, because I think the whole notion of sex is so intertwined with consumption, like consuming it. I think eating along with sex is another level, like eating a piece of.
Bringing two of them together.
Yeah.
Gluttony and lust.
Yeah. And because it.
2 for 1.
Yeah. Because, there's such a thin line, I'm thinking, right? Because you're filling yourself up with something and then there's another level of satisfaction that comes with...
Gosh, and filling you up.
Yeah.
Double entendre all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, what people literally say, like, eating my pussy or eating my cock, whatever. Like, things like that. I think there is so much association with food. Am I going off on a total different tangent? I don't know.
Not at all.
All these ideas coming out in my head.
Also, but when we also have very delicious food, you say, "Oh, that was orgasmic."
Yeah, there's total interchange.
Yeah.
Transfer of smoke and fluids.
Yeah.
Between the two ideas, just like what we're all gonna try out.
Yeah.
Bangan ka bharta. Anyone?
No.